Public service announcement. And this is a big one. Teaching math is now not okay. White privilege bolstered by teaching math, university professor says. You heard it right there. From a university professor, stop teaching your kids math. It's not okay. I'm Tyler Zed. Welcome to Zeducation. Welcome to my channel, and welcome to another SJW episode. And if you wonder how and why this SJW religion has run amok and how these ideas are spreading far and wide, making news articles, as you're about to see, all over the place, how have these ideas gotten so out of hand, so detached from logic and reason? Look no further than our universities, like you saw in the intro. That's a real article, a real idea, and a real professor at a real academic university teaching these ideas. Yes, math is now a part of systemic racism, guys. Math! That's exactly where we are right now in our culture, and the entire purpose of this series is to highlight this insanity for people in the future, if this channel is around, to see this. This is actually happening right now. People have lost their minds. And as always on this series, if you cringe, you win. It means that you know that teaching math is not actually racist. But before we get into the rest of our SJW examples today, the new podcast is up. Please head over to Zedcast, the channel, subscribe there for clips, and head over to your podcasting app for the full show. And as always, please continue to support this channel by subscribing and clicking the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. Now, on to today's SJWs. Senator Sanders is no white supremacist insurrectionist, but he manifests privilege, white privilege, male privilege, and class privilege in ways that my students could see and feel. You guys, Bernie. There's a lot that I disagree with Bernie, obviously. We've talked about that many times on this show. But they're now stooping to the point that Bernie is now a symbol of white privilege. Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders. And again, we go back to academia. This is stooping down into high school. High school now. Know who is teaching your kids.
Rooting for Tom Brady is basically supporting white supremacy, not reading replies.
Oh, dude. If you rooted for Tom Brady, guys, you're a racist. Obviously. Everyone knows that. Obviously. I want to live in a country where Colin Kaepernick is seen as a hero and Tom Brady is seen as a loser. Well, it's never going to happen because Tom Brady has won 7 Super Bowls now, and Colin Kaepernick is a loser. He was 3-16 in his last 2 seasons as a starter. He's a garbage quarterback. Garbage. 23-year-old topples king and gender-neutral card deck. We're solving it. We're solving it. And another real article, another real example. People are taking down the gender stereotypes, making change in the world. Gender-neutral card decks. Everyone, start using them.
Men, if DNA confirms the baby is not yours, it doesn't change the fact that you must take responsibility of the baby. Women go through a lot in marriages, and women deserve better.
If it's not your baby, why would you be responsible for that baby? Maybe you should make better decisions in your choice of men. I don't know. Maybe just a suggestion.
Black people in America can't sleep in their own beds without fearing for their lives.
I wonder if he's speaking from experience. Maybe he's transracial? I don't know. Why heterosexual relationships are so bad for us, according to a sex researcher. Using interviews and historical research, UC Riverside sexuality professor Jane Ward concluded heterosexual relationships are harming straight people. There you go. Another university professor. UC Riverside. There's where the ideas are coming from. Universities. It all starts with the universities. But hey, take it from her. It's all bad, guys. Heterosexual relationships are bad. Concerns about the environmental impact of plastic condoms is leading some ecosexuals to go condom-free, contributing to a concerning spike in STIs. Ecosexuals. Never heard that one before. To understand Trump's support, we must think in terms of multiracial whiteness.
Billie Eilish feeds into rape culture every day by dressing up with 5 pounds of clothing so she's not sexualized.
Women will be sexualized, harassed, and raped wearing anything, even 5 pounds of clothing.
It doesn't matter how far into the SJW land you go, it's never enough. Billie Eilish, she's pretty far out there. And it's not enough to some people. So someone always has to complain about something. Everything is problematic today. Everything. Even Billie Eilish not using her body to sell her music. I mean, you can't make it up. BLM, Emily ACAB. What happened in DC last night was horrible. These terrorists broke into the Capitol and were being violent towards these poor police officers. She has ACAB in her name and is sympathizing with officers. Self-awareness, 0. The numbers don't lie. The Green Movement remains overwhelmingly white, report finds. A diversity report card focused on major environmental groups indicates that there are more people of color in leadership positions and on boards, but the increases are incremental. Even the Gretas of the world, the climate people, they're being attacked now. How it started, how it's going. Transracial. This is really a thing? Is this actually socially accepted now? Like, is that where we are? I thought that ended when, with Elizabeth Warren.
Exactly! I am the oppressor. I am racist. Oh my god, he just said he's racist. It shouldn't be this hard, you guys. If you live in America, went to school, participate in the socioeconomic structures, participate in any sort of system, education, business, entertainment, what have you, and you are white, you are indoctrinated, you are oppressive, and yes, you are racist. It is something that we have learned, either consciously or subconsciously, all of us as white Americans. And what we have to do is unlearn that. I'm trying to do the work. Part of doing the work is pushing against dangerous narratives that are counterintuitive to that unlearning, like white people are also oppressed by racism. We're not. We are the oppressors. That's the point. You should be doing the unlearning too. Do the work.
The moment you are born, you are the problem. Nothing attached to you. You're just a little baby in a crib and you are part of the problem, okay? You're an oppressor. You're an oppressor. That guy said he's a racist, though. That's kind of worrisome. Editorial. Can white people experience racism? An explanation of why white people cannot experience racism. There you go. There you go. Can't. It's impossible. At Netflix, Cobra Kai broke out. Now its whiteness is under a new spotlight. All right, this is actually hilarious. I watched this. And kind of a cheesy show, but I actually really enjoyed it. That's my dad, by the way. And the whiteness, I have to say, like, in accordance with Netflix's shows, it's quite possibly one of the most diverse casts of kids ever. And the thing that I liked about it is it's not really part of the narrative. It's about karate and these two dojos. I liked it. It was a good show. It really had nothing to do with anything racial, but it always has to be something to do with it. Has to. They have to attack everything. They have to. They have to infuse this garbage into everything. They have to. I hate men. Misandry, the hating of men. This is what feminism is today. It isn't justice and equality for women. It's the hating of men. That is what it is. And this person is putting it on their body, sadly. That's... I'm going to go ahead and just guess that she got rejected at some point. Now, this is what she has turned to, sadly. Today, I issued a presidential memorandum to protect and expand access to reproductive health care. I'm fully committed to protecting women's health here at home and around the world.
Hi, President Biden. Thank you so much for doing this. I'm wondering if you could adjust your wording from women's healthcare to healthcare for people who get pregnant and bleed. I am a trans woman, but don't need these services. Thank you for your work.
President Biden, you bigots, you're excluding trans people. I can't believe this. This is what our president is. He's a bigot now. He's not inclusive of all peoples. It's disgusting, really. Disney Plus blocks under 7s from watching racist Peter Pan, Dumbo, and the Aristocats. Don't let your kids watch this. Don't let them watch Peter Pan. It's racist, guys. As a dude who cares about feminism, sometimes I want to join all men arm in arm and then run off a cliff and drag the whole gender into the sea. Wow, that's next level self-hatred. Wow. Yeah, no, I would, I would not be joining you. That's insane. The White House website contact form now asks for your pronouns. We're doing it, guys. We are doing it. We're making... This is justice. This is social justice in action. We're doing so much, asking people for pronouns. It's happening, guys. It's happening. If you're white and not ashamed, you're a racist. From this guy, Justice. Honestly, I wonder, like, who they're trying to sway. Who do they think is going to listen to them? Misogyny is alive and well. My stomach dropped when I saw Alexandria Ocasio-Smollett trending. What the actual Well, you know, that was trending because she lied. She exaggerated. She was dramatic. She put on a show for nothing. She was lying. That's why it was trending. It had nothing to do with the fact that she is a woman. But again, everyone has to make it about their religion, the thing that they're trying to push, the thing that gives them purpose. And this woman apparently is a feminist. Wall Street Bets and GameStop. Reddit's lingering white supremacy problem. If you had anything to do with this, you're a white supremacist. Take it from Vice News. Ultra reliable Vice News. Breastfeeding is now chest feeding. Brighton's trans-friendly midwives are told. Another real article. Guys, it's chest feeding, not breastfeeding, chest feeding. Get it right, you bigot. Biden nominee to lead DOJ Civil Rights Division wrote in a letter, melanin endows blacks with greater abilities. Also real, she did say this. This person is now serving under Biden. Giant Food launches campaign displaying minority-owned business tags on produce. I just fail to see how this is equal treatment. Isn't that the whole goal? Treating each other equally? How is this treating each other equally? It's not. I don't understand it. This isn't helping anyone. This is patronizing. That's all it's doing. What do you guys think about today's episode? Which example surprised you most, and which one do you agree with the most? You have to pick one on both of them. You have to. And what do you think about this equal treatment of Americans? How does this correct itself? How do we come back from this insanity, from this detachment from logic and reason? Let me know down in the comments. While you're down there, please like this video. Please help me get it recommended to others. That's it for today's video. Until next time, I'm Tyler Zed, and this is Education.
You're a one-horse pony.
Idiots.